So in my last video, I ate some crow. And as you know, if you watched that video, I said I don't really like doing that all that much. I don't really like admitting that I'm wrong all too much, because really, who does? But anyways, to balance things out, in this video, I'm gonna gloat about something that I got completely right ages ago, and people hated me so much initially when I stated this. When I stated my distaste for Boogie2988 and why I'm just so fucking sick and tired of Boogie's bullshit, his constant pandering, him using his mental illnesses as scapegoats for a lot of things, I just got so fucking tired of that. Even back in 2016, I unsubscribed from him because I got so fucking tired of all of that. And this is back when Boogie was still seen as the Mr. Rogers of the internet. He's such a nice guy. How could you hate him so much? That's what a lot of people said to me when I made that video about him nearly 2 years ago now, when he was still seen as this nice guy. I mean, the facade was starting to crack even then, but still, the general consensus of Boogie was, he's such a great guy. He's the Mr. Rogers of the internet, and now the mask is completely off. People see Boogie for who he really is, and that is why I'm going to gloat in this video, because I got it right, and people laughed at me. People thought I was so fucking stupid for hating Boogie back then. People thought I was such a terrible person because I hated Boogie, because Boogie is such a nice guy, and I'm supposedly this guy who's filled with all this hate because I hate someone who is supposedly such a great guy. Well, now a lot of people share the same sentiment as I do and see Boogie for who he really is. And I'm not saying I was the first one to call all this out about Boogie. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm not gonna say, oh, I got none of the credit for calling Boogie out way before everyone else is doing it. No. But still, people still thought I was so stupid and so crazy that I didn't like Boogie2988 for all of these reasons. And now look, now a lot of people are are unsubscribing in droves, losing their support for him for all of the reasons that I stated previously. But what really made me want to do this video, I've already had this video in mind for a while now, but what really pushed me over the edge is just the other day, Boogie caused a firestorm when he said on a live stream that the people who criticize him, the people who troll him, do all the sort, are somehow worse than rapists and Nazis. And then he goes on to say, well, at least rapists and Nazis, they're doing what they believe in. Dude, what the fuck? What the absolute fuck, dude? You're literally saying the people who don't like you online, the people who have beef with you, the people who have legitimate problems with you are worse than people who committed a mass genocide, people who rape other people. How stupid can you fucking be? And he did stand by this for a little bit when he was called out on Twitter for this shortly afterwards. He was like, "Oh, I'd rather be raped again than go through what I'm going through right now on the internet." Dude, oh my god, Boogie, Jesus Christ. And then eventually he did backpedal. He was starting to say, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I fucked up. I shouldn't have said that. Now he's on some little internet break, supposedly. I put break in quotes because it's probably not going to be long at all, and he's going to be back before you know it. But it's like a cycle with you, dude. You say something stupid, you stand by it for a little bit when you get called out for it, and then eventually when the backlash is big enough, you start to backpedal and be like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'll do better. I gotta stay away from the internet for a little bit. Dude, people see right through that shit. They all know you're bound to say something stupid and probably equally as fucked up again, dude. It is, again, it's a cycle with you. You fuck up over and over and over and over again, and you apologize for it, but you still do nothing to rectify the problem. You still do nothing to improve yourself, and you still do nothing to quell the hate, to make people back off, because you still do the same dumb shit over and over again. You just never learn your lesson, dude. I mean, dude, you are legit fucking stupid. You are very stupid. Even after so many people, and even other prominent YouTubers that you associate with, call you out and hammer in the problems that they have with you, you still continue to fuck up. You still just don't listen. You do the same shit over and over again, and it's just wearing off on people, and that's why people are unsubscribing. That's why people are losing their support for you. That's why people don't like you anymore. If you just listened to the criticism, if you just took some time to realize why exactly you are getting so much hate now, then maybe, just maybe, you could turn this around and prove yourself. Get all those fans, well, maybe not all, but a lot of those fans who left you in droves back. Maybe you'll gain their support again if you actually tried to improve yourself, if you actually tried to, rectify the problem. But instead, no, you do the same retarded, you make the same retarded mistakes. You still say stupid ass shit over and over again, and then you wonder why people don't like you anymore. But again, I was supposedly the idiot for calling you out for shit like this way back when. Sure. So anyways, to all of you who thought I was so stupid back then, or thought I was so terrible back then for calling out the supposed Mr. Rogers of the internet, that title is just so fucking, it's just so fucking laughable now that so many people see Boogie for who he really is. But anyways, for those of you who thought I was so terrible for calling him out way back when, apologize to me, because I was right and you were wrong. And apparently, according to him, I am not on the same level. I'm actually worse than rapists and Nazis for pointing this shit out. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.